Hey friends, it's your boy BigTCGFan coming at you with another video, and today we are doing video number 2 for the Commander Ikoria 2020 decks that we're going to be throwing down with. These are not the canned decks. I took the commanders that I liked from each of them, which were, I think all 3 of them were actually the main front ones, and then I built decks around them based on their abilities and what I wanted to do with them, tweaked them up quite a bit, added some good stuff so that they can hopefully run a little better. Today I'm going to show you deck number 2, and this is Gavi Nest Warden. This one is the one with the cycling ability. I absolutely love this commander. I know that cycling is probably never going to be overly powerful unless they really add a whole bunch of stuff, but it's just a fun deck to play. You're doing all sorts of silly drawing and spawning of new things. To me, it's a lot of fun. I enjoyed playing around with the pre-con version, so I can't wait to test this bad boy out. So let's go ahead and get into it. You're going to see a whole bunch of cycling and just utility cards to take advantage and slow down your opponents and stall and try to really get, because what my theory is that with her you want to do a lot of card draw and take advantage of that. So Chaos Warp, and we got a cycling card, Neutralize, Counterspell, Fluctuator, cop up to 2 less for cycling abilities. Drake Haven, whenever you recycle or discard a card, pay 1. If you do, make a 2/2 Drake. Descendant on the Sinful. I'm just going to put them up here. You guys can see them and read them. So this one's like just a cool one. You get 5 or more types of cards. And yeah, I mean, that's going to happen in this deck pretty quickly. Right? Rift, another cycling card. And Dissipate, Counterspell, very important. New perspectives. Draw some cards. Cycling ability. Reconnaissance mission, another cycling card. So what I would do likely is any card like this where it had it had cool enchantment ability, but it also had cycling. I probably would cycle it and then use another card to pull it out of the graveyard later to cast if I want. So it's really cool because then you have some cards there. So you'll see some cards in here that can specifically pull cards out of the graveyard. This card right here is just really fun because of the shadow. You can just get an 8/8 token and just keep making them. Stoic Rebuttal, Shredded Sails. I like this one, Flexibility. I like this one because you can cycle it for free with her. And yep, see, pay 0 rather than the cycling cost, the first card I cycle. And then blow up all artifacts and enchantments in the game. And so it's pretty cool. Chroma's Vengeance, another cycling. Yeah, so early on you're going to try to avoid cycling too much. You're just trying to build a little bit till you get her out. Then you want to cycle. And then this one's just cool because you can bounce it around into different things. Another cycling card, what it does is, I'll kill a creature, just cycle it, whatever. This one's cool because you can get the free cost and then pump in extra mana and make a bunch of biddies to help guard you. I just love this card. Yeah, this card's going to end up in most of my blue decks. Another cycling draw. Later on, draw might be nice, but for what you'll do initially with most of these. This one right here would be one of the few ones that I wouldn't cycle right away because it's an O-ring. Unless I knew I had a way to get it out, because you're always going to need that. Counterspell, Abundance. This is a key card right here. You got to be really careful with this because its second ability can really jack you over as far as your cards. So that one I'd have in there, but I would try not to use it unless I really needed it. Just another way to get some guys. Path to Exile, it's a must. Just remove stuff. Slice and Dice, just do pony damage to something. Scry, I just love counterspells. Like I think I got 5 in here because you want to have a nice mix. Sometimes you just need to be able to say no to stuff. This is a nice little burn card for late game. Whenever a player discards a card, pay and make a spirit. So this is another one of those ones. This guy's great because you can bring back instant sorcery cards from your graveyard to your hand, and then you can get him back if you cycle a bunch. See, and then I like this one right here because, like I said, you'll dump all sorts of cycling enchantments into your graveyard. And then you pop this guy down and put them all right into play, and it can get pretty ridiculous. It has permanence, so that's like, yeah, this guy right here can come back. Several of them. Whenever you cycle a card, tap target creature, yeah. And then, Sun Titan, what can I say? He's just awesome. Surly Badgesaur, I just liked his little abilities. He's got all sorts of different little things. You can make him bigger, discard lands to create a treasure token, and discard a non-creature land. He fights up to another guy. So make him bigger, fight, boo, voila. See. Here's another cycling guy. Exile target card with cycling from your graveyard, and then your next turn you may play that card. So, yeah. And then I like her ability because like what she's doing is whenever you discard, make her bigger and deal damage. And then she can give the shark, and I have the sharks in here too, I believe. And then this guy's pretty awesome. So you can see as we're going along. I like this one. This is one of my personal favorite cyclings. This one you would never cycle unless you absolutely were desperate for hand draw, or if there was a triggered or active availability you just have to say no to. That's when you would use it, your preferred. I like this one right here because you're making tokens. You saw all the little different things I'm doing to making tokens. So this guy's going to make more tokens. Then you can double strike all your tokens. This guy right here actually would be an amazing commander himself. I almost made him, but I really wanted to try the cycling. Niv Meza. I mean, you see how much draw I'm doing with Niv out. It's going to get insane. Plane cycling. So this guy serves double duty. He can both be a way to get some mana, or, you know, just to have him. Plus, he can return to your hand to do more mana. Dranith Healer, because then mid to late game, you can start cycling out all that land out of your library. Sure, you're getting better draws. Cycle another card, you gain a life, and he has cycling. And then there's this. This is just dumb. I'm just going to be making a bunch of dudes. I mean, you see how much cycling, well, you're about to see even more. But I have a whole bunch of cycling in here, and so it's going to get out of here. And then I just like this guy because I'll just draw 2 cards for a blue once I get him out. So it's pretty handy. And then here's the shark himself. I like both. These two I like this partnering, and they might actually be a fun partnering for a commander someday. But I just liked them in here because of all that draw and discarding I'm doing. Whenever I cycle card, pay 2, does 2 damage, target creature, gain 2 life. Cycle, make a biddy, plus he cycles himself. And then I like this guy right here. This guy's just a lot of fun. I'll just keep cycling him until I can just get him for free. So, plus he looks freaking cool, doesn't he? Yeah. All right, so now we're getting into the mana rocks here. So let's go ahead and go through them. Commander Sphere, Soul Ring, Signet, Bonders, Chromatic Lantern. I love this one. I need to get more of them so that every deck I do that's monocolor or multicolored will be able to use it. Here's a cycling one. Yep. Mana. This is because your hands can get out of hand. Get it? Arcane Signet. Get used to seeing that card in my decks. Is it Signet? All right, so now we're getting into the lands. And what I did for this one is normally I try to do like 35-ish lands and then 10 rocks or ramps. But for this one, I went 30, and then I put in 10 of the cycle lands because I really, really wanted to get lots of cycling. So you're going to see all of them here that I got. And then I threw in the Triome just because it's sweet. All right, so we got a bunch of plains. Yeah, I need to see all mountains. The most powerful land in the game, Island. Then we got some duels. Shivan Reef, Mystic Monastery, Hostile Desert. I think that's, yeah. Oh, why do I have that one in there? That might have to go out. Oh, well. Expands Reliquary Tower because, like I said, your hands get out of hand. Mystic Landscape, Orchard, Fable Passage, Temple of False Gods. Did I get 2 exotic archers? Oh, I screwed up there. That's going to have to get fixed. Command Tower. And then I got my dual lands that I mentioned, my Zendikar ones that I bought. They're not real dual lands. They're just proxies, but they're so beautiful. I was like, I have to have these. All right, so there you go. You saw that deck. I'm going to have to obviously get rid of that exotic archer and get something else in there. My bad. Missed it. So there you go. That's that deck. Should be a lot of fun. I can't wait. I'll show you one more deck. And then after that, we'll have all 3 of us throw down, and you guys can have a lot of fun watching us play. We're going to have a completely different setup for that. Hopefully I'll be able to figure something out that'll like allow you to actually see the cards pretty well. So this concludes my video. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment down below, share if you can. Peace out.